speaker is Mov Farook Kazi from Al Ansar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected brothers, elders, imams, and all those present here. We've heard the statistics, we've heard the damage that has been done, the lives that have been lost. What we all need to contemplate on is one thing. Palestine, it belongs to the Palestinians. It belongs to what we call the indigenous population. In 1924, it came under the British control under UN mandate, which I think was supposed to last for 24 years, or maybe 25 years. When this mandate ended, Palestine was not passed on to its rightful owners. In fact, what happened is that it was given, part of it at that time, it was given to somebody else. And overnight, land, property, etc., which belonged to Palestinians was lost. What I want everybody to understand today is just one thing. If you steal somebody else's land, and then you expect peace, and you expect that person not to retaliate, then it's a big misjudgment. If somebody in the street was to grab somebody's handbag, those present, some of them, at least some of them who hold some sort of moral values, they would try to help that person whose bag has been snatched. In the same way, we need to understand that America, Britain, the United Nations, they can pass resolution after resolution, and they can even condemn the actions of the Israeli army, etc. And they can do their little diplomacy, etc. But till this land is not returned to its rightful owners, we cannot expect these rightful owners just to carry on sitting there and do nothing. It is for this reason there are those in Palestine who are engaged in diplomacy. Some are engaged in politics. Some are engaged in stone throwing. And some are actually engaged in suicide bombings. This is what we fail to understand. We condemn the suicide bomber. We condemn the one who is throwing stones. But we don't realize that the only reason they are throwing stones is because their land has been stolen. And they are not going to rest. That's what we need to understand. If we understand this, then hopefully, once this land is returned to its rightful owners, only then we will see peace. And history has shown this country was a great colonial power. And today, if it had the option, it would love to have its colonial power here today as well. The empire where the sun never sets, they'd love to have that today as well. But they could not regain that empire, and they could not control that empire because the indigenous population, they wanted freedom. They wanted freedom. Huge empires and huge countries that were under the control of this country, they disappeared overnight. And this Palestine is just one last example of the few examples left. Once it's returned to its rightful owners, only then we will see peace. Jazakallah wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.